Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas!
Hello, Santa.
Hello, Larry. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
Producer Bolty. We have to remember about branding, everybody. If you keep calling him Mike, nobody's going to remember Producer Bolty. It causes confusion.
You're right about that, Santa.
Well, everybody has to be careful on your way in. The roads are total ish.
Yeah, they are. I was driving down MLK, sliding, and some people were going too slow, some people were going too fast.
Yes, that's very frustrating when some people are overconfident and some people are underconfident. Both can cause crashes.
That's right.
Santa got me new tires for Christmas, so...
Yes, I did. You don't want to know what I made Mikey do for those tires.
Don't you mean Producer Bolt?
Yes, I even forgot.
Anyway, it's exhausting doing two voices.
Yeah. I mean, one.
Everybody, please be cautious and know that as you're waking up, you're going to have to add to your timeline as far as, it's going to build in extra time to drive to get to work, extra time to warm your car. And for all you people that have garages like I do, consider yourself very lucky.
Yeah.
Because Chris and I, we came back from Portland. We were, over the weekend, we were in Portland. So we came back yesterday, and, he has employee parking.
Mm-hmm.
So that's outdoor. And when we land, we have to take the shuttle to the employee parking lot. And our car on one side was completely just ice.
Oh.
Like ice. Like it couldn't scrape off.
Yeah, you can't even open the door.
Right, it was like glass.
Yeah.
It was like crazy. And so, we started the car, and we had to sit there for like 20 minutes and let the whole thing warm up because there was just no scraping it.
And then you're like...
Right. The seat warmers help, and the, eventually, like, you can sometimes, if you're daring, this is a real gamble depending on what the temperature is, but you can hit the fluid to break it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that stuff doesn't freeze. It's meant to not freeze. But then sometimes if it's too cold, you just put another layer of glass on top of ice. Yeah, so we had to take our time. But I was going to wait when Kathie gets here. She'll be here shortly, wanting her to drive careful. She's a fainting mother. We had a great time in Portland. I've been there once before. And it was really cool. One of our motivating reasons was to go to this place. That's a vegan barbecue place.
Which doesn't make sense to me.
Right, that sounds like an oxymoron. But yeah, it's like one of those viral videos that you see on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, this people make this and these people cook this. Well, there's vegan ones floating around, and this guy used to be, a barbecue restaurant guy, and then he converted to vegan, and he's like, well, I got to try to still make barbecue because he loves it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk about that later. I don't want to shoot my Portland load without Kathie here.
Not till Kathie's here to receive it.
Right. But I mean, it was just one of our main reasons we went there. But we went to, have you ever been there?
No, I have family in Eugene.
Oh,
I visited when I was little, but no, I don't know much about Oregon.
Right. It's very it was cloudy and rainy, and a little tiny snowy. But I kind of like that. I know that some people that live there definitely move away from there after a while because it's like Seattle. It's kinda mostly gray and cloudy.
Depressing.
Yeah, but I thought man, I could really get used to this. I know I'd miss the sun after a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could see that weather putting 20 pounds on a person.
How was the dispensary situation?
Well, you know what? I actually, they were everywhere.
Yeah.
They're kind of like here.
Okay.
And so they're everywhere. But I brought.
Yeah.
So I just
didn't really have to do it.
Right. Because, I could have, I was gonna, but then I was like, that's just an extra stop I have to make.
Mm-hmm.
And if depending on when we land, blah, 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 blah. And then you have to go in and probably fill out paperwork and this, that, the other. So whatever, I just brought. And it was funny because that you mentioned that because when we were leaving yesterday, I still had some.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm only really kind of willing to risk it to get it out there because it's still like a ticket, I think, if they find it. It's not the end of the world.
Misdemeanor.
Put it in with my toiletries, whatever. So when we're leaving, I'm like, I'm probably not going to take it with me. So I think, I could leave it for the housekeepers, but then I was like, they probably don't want it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew to give it to one of the valet guys. So they're like, hey, what's up? So this guy pulls our car around, and I was like, hey, man, getting ready to go to the airport, getting rid of all our stuff. I was like, and I pulled it out, and he's all, I don't, and I was like, it's herb. And he's all, oh, yeah, absolutely. Like it was like the best tip big guy ever got.
I wonder what he thought it was.
I don't know.
He's like,
yeah, it's a little jar or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was pretty excited. So yeah, that can be used as a tip there as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Where you have legal marijuana and pizza, you have the rare thing of being able to tip your pizza guy with weed and tip your weed guy with pizza.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Stupid News is coming up next. Kathie will be here momentarily. Everybody drive safe and leave a little bit early.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Good morning, you guys.
Now with more us.
You rock.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
I just love you both.
Aw, thanks. Kathie's Stupid News, we promised you that, is coming up. But we figured we'd give a quick update on the closures and delays. And I read them in my regular voice before. So I figured I'd change it up, and I'm going to read these school closures in a couple different voices, probably starting with Morgan Freeman. Academy of Urban Learning delayed 90 minutes. Adams County District 14 schools delayed 2 hours. American Academy delayed 1 hour. Anchor Center for the Blind Children delayed 1 hour. Erupt
This one's hard.
Jesuit High School closed. BML Operations Center delayed 2 hours. Bishop Matchbuff High School delayed 2 hours. Blessed Sacrament Catholic School delayed 1 hour. Shawshank Redemption was a movie that I was in, and that's delayed 2 hours.
Oh.
Bright Beginnings Learning Center delayed 2 hours. CU Boulder 1 hour 45 minutes. CU South Denver open at 9. Cesar Chavez, he's a friend of mine. Hit refresh, sorry. Cesar Chavez Academy. Wasn't that a drug lord, Cesar Chavez? What am I thinking? Cesar Chavez Academy, Denver 1 hour delayed. Colorado Railroad Museum closed. Denver Christian Schools delayed 1 hour. I'm going to switch voices now.
Thanks, Mr. Freeman.
Elbert School District 200 delayed 2 hours. Fitzsimmons Middle School in Bailey delayed 90 minutes. Front Range CC, all campuses delayed 1 hour. Holy Family High School delayed 2 hours. Johnson in Wales, this is school for fat kids. It's delayed 2 hours. You have to be a whale to go there. I'm kidding, they make very bad cakes. But they'll eventually be good cakes. I'd imagine your fist cake, meh. Kit Carson School District R1 delayed 2 hours. Lake George Charter School delayed 2 hours. Lyman School District delayed 2 hours. Little Giants delayed 2 hours. What is that, a little movie?
Yeah.
Little Giants?
The football movie.
It's a Little Giants Learning Center. It's like a oxymoron. Little Giants, that's like vegan barbecue. Is that even possible? It's like a gay straight guy. Little Giants Learning Center delayed 2 hours. Lotus School of Excellence closed. Mapleton Adams District 1 delayed 2 hours. And Mile High Montessori delayed 1 hour. I'm going to change the voice again. Let's see, what voice? Gosh, I can't even think.
There's so many.
This is just a tribute to somebody that I miss. On-site consulting delayed 1 hour. This is Michael Jackson for all you young kids who don't know who this is. You're lucky I'm not around. Our Lady of Lourdes. Lourdes is closed. Parker Personal Care Health is closed. I could sound like Janet. That sounds like Janet too. No, I'm going to do the rest tiny. Party District RE12 closed. Come on, Tiny. Nobody understand you. Shut up, Tip. You ain't my husband. Pinnacle Charter High School delayed 2 hours. Pinnacle Charter School K8 delayed 2 hours. Platte Canyon High School delayed 90 minutes. Platte Canyon Schools delayed 90 minutes. Regis Jesuit High School delayed 2 hours. Regis University delayed 1 hour. Ricardo Flores, McGard Academy closed.
What?
Yeah, what did you just say?
I said Ricardo Flores, Mangard Academy closed. Rick Center for the Gifted Children delayed 1 hour. Ridgeview Classic Schools closed. Rocky Mountain Lutheran High School closed. Sacred Heart of Jesus delayed 2 hours. And damn, it's refreshing. Okay, Shepherd of the Hills Christian delayed 2 hours. And we're going to let Morgan Freeman have the last one.
Westminster Public Schools delayed 2 hours. We thank you for listening to Blazin' Hit Radio. Those are the school closing and delays that we have. Tanya, tell them what's next.
Coming up next, Kathie J got that stupid news y'all love.
I don't care what they say about me.
And now,
I go dumb, I go stupid, I get crazy.
come on and clap.
It's Kathie J's Stupid News.
Real quick, how was your commute?
The side streets suck, man, don't they?
Right. I didn't take the highway. I took a MLK all the way in.
Oh, so
So-
your side street, how was it?
It was cool. It was a direct line. I actually timed the lights right for once. But I was iffy to get on the freeway because sometimes you can't see the lanes. Is that what it's like?
No, actually, I-25 is beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it was 225 in Hampton that sucked.
Okay.
Especially in Aurora. We got a lot of snow. Did you guys?
Yeah, we definitely got our share.
We got more than what's over here in Denver.
Yeah.
I got like 2 inches downtown, maybe
Great.
one.
Oh,
and
I
a
got
half.
more than that. I got more inches in
Oh,
Aurora.
yeah.
We've heard about your 2 inches, Bolty.
Yeah, we did.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's time for stupid news.
Okay, so a cop who doesn't know how to swim jumps into a freezing river to save a guy from drowning.
Well, then don't jump in. If you don't know how to swim, now somebody has to save 2 people.
Right, you can just walk along the edge.
Right, and
Try
then-
to find some sort of stick.
Get a rope.
Plus,
Right.
cops are heavy. They have those belts and those
Yes.
boots
And the jackets.
and they're usually kind of, some of them are like
A little
big.
overweight.
Well, or just brawny.
Cops age like baseball players.
For sure.
Right.
They almost
Like
have
they-
the same outfit. I mean, kind of.
Like they can still do job.
No,
Right.
for
Yeah.
sure. And I don't know. I mean, I think cops and baseball players are hot.
Yeah, there's a police officer in northern England. His name is Mohammed. He hasn't been a cop very long, and he's in training. Looks like he's in his mid-20s, okay? So on Saturday, he's hanging out, sees a guy fall in the river. Well, it's winter, so freezing
Right.
river. He was struggling to keep his head above water, so without thinking, Mohammed did what any cop and first responder does. They jump into danger.
Gotta keep one jump ahead on the law, man. One jump, and I can't swim.
So he's not the strongest swimmer. Actually, he can't really swim at all. But he must have some sort of skills because he jumped in with all of his gear on. Weight made it a lot harder. The freezing cold made it a lot harder. And somehow he managed to stay afloat and help the guy to shore.
Wow.
They're okay.
Wow. Shrinkage.
Yeah, well, there's that for sure. Not clear how deep the water was, but the river was moving really fast. There's body cam footage of it, which is really cool.
Well, if the water's cold enough, it can kill you in like minutes.
Yes.
Like the people in Titanic died in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Everyone at the cop station is now calling him the Hoth. Because
Wow.
he jumped in like David Hasselhoff in Baywatch. It's probably easier than his Muhammad.
Right. Trump's having him investigated because of his name.
Yeah.
You're right, totally.
Jerk.
A lady leaves a note telling an ambulance driver, could you please move your car? And gets
Really?
arrested.
Really?
Good. I'm glad she
Right.
got arrested.
For sure.
So, a 26-year-old lady, really, to be young and stupid. 26-year-old chick in England went outside Sunday and there was an ambulance parked in front of her house.
You know who I'm picturing?
Huh.
The girl that's the model in London with the gap tooth. That's who I'm picturing.
You're watching that show
No.
of the models?
Oh, what do you mean? Top model?
No, there's another show where
Oh.
you can watch these like models trying to become supermodels.
Oh, I just know that there's some girl they use in London ads, the London look, and she's got that gap between
yeah.
her teeth, and I'm like, why are you a model? And it's like the more
Because you
weird
got to have
are,
pretty ugly.
right?
Ugly pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, right. But anyways, this chick in England. Okay, so she comes out. There's an ambulance.
London look.
And the ambulance was actually responding to an emergency.
Right.
Okay, so it wasn't just parked there. She didn't care, though. She got really angry and left a note saying, you have no right to be parked here.
You've got no right to be parked here.
I could give a blank if the whole street collapsed.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were going to copy
I
me.
could care if the whole street collapsed.
I could give a blank
I could give a blank
if the whole street
if
collapsed.
the whole street collapsed.
Now move your van.
Now move your van.
The ambulance service tweeted a picture of the note. When the cops saw it, they went and arrested the lady for public order offense.
Wow, did she put her address on there?
I don't know. I know, right? Maybe
she signed it.
Apartment B.
Right.
The note was the reason she got arrested. The woman also verbally abused the paramedics when they were coming out to get into their car.
So maybe they saw her plate or whatever.
I don't know,
she drove
but
away.
still, you idiot.
Yeah, you don't yell at those people. They're saving lives.
They have enough to worry about.
Exactly.
And finally, a guy broke into somebody's place to watch a bunch of porn, but he didn't use their porn. He brought his own.
Okay, that's weird. He just needed a warm place.
He just needed a warm CD slot.
Okay.
28-year-old dude, Alan, broke into a business of Van Nuys. He wanted to use their computer. He had to watch some porn, and he brought his own CD filled with porn.
Right, because they probably have like blocks on their internet or something.
Firewalls.
Right, exactly.
The owners of the business live upstairs. Ooh.
Oh.
Too bad,
girl,
Alan.
Did you hear that?
He probably thought he had till 6 a.m. the next day.
Right. He's like, I'm going to get fully naked and
Right.
enjoy this.
It's the best way.
Right. He's
But-
eating people's food out of the fridge.
Yeah.
The wife, as it would be, she heard something.
She's all, nothing, dear. Stay upstairs. I'll be back. yeah.
The wife was the one that found him. She went downstairs and noticed the computer was on. And so she wanted to investigate a little more, turned on the lights, and saw him sitting there in the dark. Completely naked. You were right, Bolty.
I said
That was
that.
very.
I thought
I
you both
agreed
said it.
that
I'm
it was
sorry.
awesome.
Okay, that's what it was. She screamed, got the attention of her husband and son.
She turned the light back off and it happened. Yeah. And then she's like, come back tomorrow night.
The husband and son tackled the guy and held him down until cops got there.
That's kind of hot.
He'd also managed to rob the place before starting the
Oh,
porn.
not anymore.
He took cash, so he's facing burglary charges as well.
The mom's like, I think I should question him alone.
Yeah.
I think you two should leave and I should get it out of him.
I should be alone.
Right. Where are the jewels?
Call now.
303-728-3420.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
I'm sorry, I guess I dialed the wrong number.
Call or text now.
Hello? I know your secret.
I hope everybody had a good President's Day. We did our huge traditional thing where we all got together and exchanged gifts and eat president's cake.
Dressed up like presidents.
Right. We
Right.
have mattress sales and stuff like that.
We all have a presentation. We all get a different president.
4 scores ago.
I had to be
right.
Trump.
You did great. Both of you, Trump and Lincoln, both of you were fantastic. Yeah.
I'm the best. I'm the greatest.
I mean, I thought
Nobody spells like me.
I was rocking the Teddy Roosevelt mustache.
Yeah, for sure. And then, I thought that Aldo as L.B. Johnson was great. Over the weekend, Chris and I went to Portland, and one of the reasons is because Chris has traveling ADD.
Yeah.
Like he has to go somewhere. It's part of why he's a flight attendant, right?
He's a Sagittarius. They gotta go.
And it's like for me, flying and doing that whole process, and even though we have TSA pre-check, which makes it way
a lot easier. Yes.
But it's still having to sit next to another big guy, and it's just because there was he and I we were like, oh, we got our seats together, and we were like, ugh, it's next to some giant man.
Okay.
So I was like, no, I'm just definitely not getting an armrest between him and Chris. I was like, oh, just fold my arms the whole flight.
Oh, so you were in the middle.
I was in the middle, yeah.
Okay.
But no, we one of the reasons that we went was because there's just a vegan barbecue place that had one of those viral videos that you see on Facebook, and I was like, oh, I definitely want to try that. And he was down to go somewhere. And
have you ever been to Portland before?
One time we went there, and I went to that was where the first Voodoo Donuts was.
Okay.
So I had Voodoo Donuts before anybody.
Wait, you went to Portland just for Voodoo Donuts?
Well, it was we were on our way to his friend Annie's wedding in Hawaii.
Oh, gotcha.
So I think we were there for a day, and then so we went to Voodoo and rode public transit.
I hate the fact that you say that. Now I want Voodoo Donuts.
I know.
Every time.
Every time I get suckered.
I'm all, this donut weighs a pound.
How long is that flight?
It was 2.5 hours, or maybe 2 something.
Oh, so it's not bad. It's like going to California.
Exactly. And it's a really cool little town. I mean, it's comparable to Denver in a lot of ways, but it's very gray and cloudy, which I kind of liked.
Yeah.
And so
you wouldn't like it every day, though.
I know. I hear people get really depressed or whatever. But the sun broke through a little bit here and there, and we got to go to that vegan place. And It was super crowded, and you could tell it's like that whole town's like, we don't eat things with faces. And there's a lot of those.
They're very,
things. Have you seen that show, Portlandia?
They're aware.
Have you seen it? They're woke.
Woke, yeah.
Have you?
No.
Okay, there's a show that the guy Fred Armisen from SNL, he has a show on Netflix called Portlandia, and it's about just people there and how they're, overly like conscious of everything.
They think they're better than us.
Kind of. So, so Fred Armisen and his wife or whatever, his girl, they go to this restaurant and they're like, "Can you tell us about the chicken?" And she's like, "It's free range. It's this, that, the other." He's like, "Can you give us more information about the chicken?" So she comes back with a pamphlet, like a little folder.
Are you kidding?
She's like, "This is Charles, and this was where he grew up." And they have pictures of the farm,
right.
and they're like,
he loved to sit in the sun.
Right, exactly. So they're like way overdoing it, and then they get so ridiculous. They're like, "Where is this farm?" And they're like, she's like, "It's not that far. It's a couple miles that way." And they're like, "Do you mind if we go see the farm?"
Oh my God.
Where the chicken was from. And she's like, "Sure, I'll hold your table." So then they go to the chicken farm and they like all of a sudden there's some like cult leader running it and they fall for his cult thing and they stay there for like 3 years. And then it shows them like, like the man's like falling in love with the leader and so is she. And so all of a sudden 3 years later they come back to their table at that restaurant and that waitress is still there. And they're like, she's like, "So how was it?" And he's like, "We're more interested in the salmon. Can you tell us where the salmon came
Oh
from?"
my God.
And it starts all over, but it's just ridiculous and it just makes fun of those people. But it was like, it was cool. I mean, it was like the hotel we stayed at was one of those kind of like cool hotels. But
in what way?
Like it's not a regular chain. It's more of like, we're like, what do they call those? Boutique hotels?
Okay.
Like artsy.
Kind of. I mean, just a little more like,
like looking bed and breakfast, or we're talking like a homestead where there's
like
a kitchen
JW,
in it?
like it's a hotel, but
Okay.
it's a little more modern.
All right.
And it's not like, regular Hamden Inn or whatever.
Okay.
So Chris has points there or whatever. And so in the lobby, they've decided to be like those businesses now where they pump in those fragrances.
Hate that.
Me too. Unless if it's the right fragrance, because I don't mind the fragrance that they have at Dave & Buster's or the Wynn. I think they're very similar.
Yeah, it's the aria that sucks.
Right, whatever. They all Febreze too much. So they did this in the lobby of this hotel, and it smelled just like an old uncle's cologne.
Ew.
So every time it came in, I was like, "Oh, I can't." I had to like hold my breath to get through the lobby. And so I was like, I don't think anybody's into that smell.
And then wherever you were going, you smelled like that old uncle.
As we left.
Right.
I was like, if you have bad memories of an old uncle, it's not the place to stay. But no, it was, the food was awesome and we had a really good time. And it was cool just to get out of town. Chris and I haven't like been able to connect like that. And so we drove a lot and we drove through, oh my God, this is really cool. We went to, they have, Air and Space Museum kind of thing.
Okay.
So they have like kind of like we have the one
Wings
in
Over the
Lowry,
Rockies?
kind of, but this is way better because in one of the buildings is the Spruce Goose, which is that giant plane that Howard Hughes built. It's the world's largest plane.
Wow.
Right. And I remember seeing that as a kid in a hangar. It used to be next to the Queen Mary in San Diego. And then they moved it and they put it in this building. And so when we were pulling up, I was like, I don't know if that building could hold that plane. And inside there it was.
Yeah.
And so
Is that the one that made him bankrupt, or that's just the one that he...
That is the one that, like, he had to deal with the Army to make this enormous plane, and then you'd be able to, like, drop off 700 guys after it landed on the water.
Yeah.
And you could drop off a couple tanks and stuff.
Right.
So he was really ahead of his time with this concept, but the whole thing was made of wood, and at some point the government...
So heavy.
The government's like, hey, we've spent so much on this... show us it can fly.
Right.
So he went out on the water and it got up and he flew a mile and then it landed and that's all it's ever flown.
Wow.
And so, yeah, now it's just in a museum. And he didn't even finish it. By the time he finished it, the war was over.
Oh, okay.
So he was all, hey. But what's crazy about that water park, and I'd recommend anybody go there with your family because so they have the museum with the arrow, and then they have a space museum. Then they have a huge IMAX thing. And then they have a huge, those planes, the bigger ones that have the upstairs?
Yes.
When you fly
like
to Hawaii.
They have 2 levels? Right.
They have one of those sitting on top of the building, and they've turned it into a water park. So you climb up in the plane, and you ride water slides all the way down into this big giant water park.
Do you jump out of the side of it like as if you were jumping onto a floaty?
Well, no, you get in the tube, which is attached to the plane.
Okay.
So you eventually get up in the plane, and then you go down and then get in the tube.
Well, I know. Do you come? I'm trying to ask how you exit the plane in the tube. Is it through the nose of the plane?
No,
Is
through
it
the tail.
Through the tail?
Through the tail.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. So you just see these giant planes sitting everywhere as you go out there. They have military planes, everything. So if you're looking for something to do that's not too far away, it's Portland, everybody. I'm Larry for Portland.
So up in the plane, how does it look like in the plane before you get on the water slide?
We didn't go to the water park.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's not swimsuit season for us.
Sorry, what was
So
I
we did not
thinking?
include that in the price. We were at the Spruce Goose where you keep your clothes on. But the ride to there and driving the side roads, it really felt like we were in a small European town.
That's cool.
It was really cool, and they have
you were going to see real wooden windmills.
Right, exactly, and there's cows everywhere, and you're like, oh, those cows look like they're treated nice.
That's what you were really thinking?
Well, no, I mean, because I've seen some bad nightmare videos to get me off Gary, so I'm like, it looks very industrialized. So these cows are actually just
free roam,
right? Just hanging out,
right.
So, what was your pulled pork fake sandwich made of? That's what I saw the picture of it, and it looked like a pulled pork.
Right. So they take it's called tempeh. When you look in the vegan section, it's just another form of a soy.
Okay.
Or tofu.
Okay.
And so it's more condensed, and they just chop that up and they rub it in spices and put it in barbecue, and then they just cook it. And it's enough. It's meaty enough, and they put the slaw on it. You put it on a bun. It was really good.
You can hide it in that sauce and seasoning.
Yes,
but I mean,
right.
hide it.
That's what I.
No. It's meant to absorb the flavor and mimic the
like tofu does. Tofu absorbs the flavor.
Right, for sure. Yeah. But sometimes tofu is very obvious. You're like, that's a very scary. Right. This is more blendable with meat.
Okay.
And so then they have this thing called mac no cheese. So it was their version of mac and cheese. So it's like a faux cheese in there.
Okay.
And it was brilliant. It was there was, like I said, it was a lot of people waiting to eat in there.
Were they all thin?
Yeah, everybody in that town looked pretty thin, and everybody was kind of had that beard, that one haircut,
they rode their
the
bike.
tight jeans. Right. I was like, wow, everybody looks so different out here.
Did you partake in the legal wheat?
I brought.
Oh.
So yeah, I didn't want to have to.
See, I thought you would have wanted to see what a dispensary looked like up there.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody's better than Green Solution. I get a discount there.
Okay.
It was. I could have done it for just. But I mean, I already had. And then, like I was telling him when I was leaving, I gave it to the valet guy, and he couldn't be happier.
I bet. But wait, you didn't have a valet. You had a car.
No, when you valet your car.
Oh.
You park.
At the hotel?
Yeah, you pull it up, and then they park it.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, okay.
And so when they pulled it up when we were leaving, I was almost going to throw it away because I feel sketch about that sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you're like, some people you could approach, and they're like, what?
Disgusted.
I don't want your drugs.
Right, totally.
But this guy was like, I was fumbling for my words, and I was like, right, do you? And it's funny too because we had seen this guy the day before, and Chris was getting out the car, and he's like, the guy was getting in, and he was like, Chris goes, hey, we left some Britney Spears on for you, and he's all, huh, and I go, how old are you? And he goes, 19. I was like, so Britney Spears is technically your mom,
right?
And he goes, yeah, I've seen her before. He's all, I'm pretty sure I would do her. That's funny. Yeah.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Now with more us.
They're just really funny.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathie.
By the way, we want to talk a little bit about the Black Panther.
Black Panther.
But you were coming up next. We're going to talk about the girls.
Yes, something that Larry would not approve of happened with the girls and I.
Oh my God, you got linoleum in your kitchen.
No. It happened yesterday. The girls came to work with me to the TV station.
Oh.
And something bad happened.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Somebody pooped in.
No, it wasn't that. Thank God.
Somebody left a dirty diaper in Kirk Youngie's desk?
No, but I could just see how you would have reacted as opposed to how I reacted.
All right, that's coming up.
Okay.
I'm dying to know.
I can't wait.
So Black Panther
made $235 million over the 4-day weekend.
That's insane.
But still not number one for the best opening weekend of all time.
Was that Wonder Woman or
No.
Avengers?
No, it was Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh, wow.
Because remember, everybody had been jonesing for 20 years for a good Star Wars.
Yeah, that was a good one.
$248 million. So Black Panther made $235. Force Awakens, which holds number one, is $248. Number 2 is The Last Jedi, which just opened before Christmas.
Right. Wait,
wait.
Yeah, that was a good one, too.
Yes. Jurassic World holds the number 3 spot with $208 million, which Jurassic World was...
I liked it.
That was with Chris Pratt, right?
Yeah, where he's with the raptors.
Right, he's all, I was your dad. Don't eat me. Stay.
I'll see you right there.
Stay. You know Blue comes back in the second one.
Right,
yeah.
for sure.
Avengers, the first one, is number 4, and Black Panther comes in at number 5.
Man, that movie was so good, and we obviously aren't going to give anything away. But
No. Did you get to see it, Bolty?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, more people.
Oh, you don't really care about superhero stuff.
Yeah, but I need to care.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike finds himself a little racist every now and again. And
yes.
he needs to care about this movie. I'm kidding. No. But no, it was so good that it's obviously, you could talk a little bit more about it because more people have seen it. But what I like is all the
Careful.
people. Yeah, careful.
Don't say too much.
No, I like the effects of the movie. Like, there's little girls in some theaters that are dressing like those guards.
Yes, totally.
I saw them doing their thing.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and there was some meme video, and it was like a bunch of black people dancing. It's like after you leave Black Panther, and everybody's like, "What?" It was really good.
For real. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, this is their first superhero, even though I love the fact that it's such a mass appeal superhero, which is what superheroes should be.
Right, but a lot of black
Panther's
women
badass.
are listening going, Kathie, he's ours. Can we have just one?
I don't know, girls.
I met him.
I got to sit across the, like our knees were almost touching girls when I got to interview him. I'm just saying.
Well, you also.
And he did stare at my boobs while I was interviewing him. I went back and listened to the interview.
Uh-huh.
As soon as I come in and say Kathie J, the tape's already rolling on him, and Chadwick goes, Kathie J, that's a cool name. That's a cool name. And I'm sitting down, getting situated in the chair, and he's staring at my boobs.
Right.
And then he's staring at the silver necklace that I wear. Sometimes it looks like a bullet. You call it a black guy whistle.
Right. It's kind of like only black guys can hear it.
Right. It's like a dog whistle, right?
Hey, did you hear that?
So he was looking at and stuff, and on the tape, he's just totally staring at it, and he's like, what is
What's up with
that?
that?
Yeah, I know.
He's like, that ain't a rape whistle, is it?
No, it's a black guy whistle.
Yeah,
Let
right.
me do it right now. Let me show you right now.
Well, you also interviewed Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, yeah. And Michael B. Jordan, he's like the thing. He's so
he's a
sexy.
stud.
And he dresses cool. Everything's cool about him. But he's Killmonger, the villain, who, tell me, that wasn't a good villain.
Oh, no, for sure. It's the kind of villain that's so good that you're like, maybe he's not that bad.
Exactly. So that's what I talked to him about.
Oh, cool.
I read that you keep a journal.
I do. For my character backstories and stuff, I write journals for them from like the earliest memory to, the first kind of page of the script. And it kind of always it just gives me a backstory, a foundation of, where my character's coming from.
I think it works because you made the greatest comic book villain of all time.
That's a bold
come
statement.
to life. Like, he was insane. And man, I was crying for you. My heart was bleeding for you.
And that's a huge compliment because we just, honestly, we wanted to, in our mind, we wasn't thinking villain. We were just thinking about, the circumstances of this guy, and what he would do to kind of like, to free his people. He's something he was so passionate about, and he would do whatever it takes, in order to, ensure the survival of his people. And I think that's something that people can understand.
Totally.
Wow, he's so hot.
I know, he's so sexy.
Well, and then in the movie, like, he has these like scars all over his body,
right?
Like kind of like tribal scars, or it's kind of like a different version of tattooing in some cultures, or whatever.
Remember, they were for his kills.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's like has all these bumps, but it's like looks legit. They look like real bumps.
No, totally.
Yeah.
I was thinking about maybe asking him about that. The
like how they put them
costumes
on.
and, yeah, how long he sat in the makeup chair.
Right. And then does that make you just want to scratch your whole body, or once you peel them off?
So then the next question I asked him is just because he does always look so good.
Right.
Excuse me, I just burped in y'all's ear.
It's okay.
But I asked him, like, are you the stylish dude, or do you have a stylish dude? Or and he was like, no, I have somebody. If you ever see me in sweats and a hoodie,
he's all that's
me. Anytime else, it's the guy.
That's kind of cool, though. That would be like something to not have to worry about. And then plus, when you have a great body like that, they can go get clothes at TJ Maxx and you'd look dope.
Absolutely right. And this was right in the middle of all their, red carpet appearances for Black Panther. So
yeah, go ahead and hit play.
Looking dope.
Yes.
Lots of secrets about. Okay.
Oh my God.
Stop real fast.
Who's that?
Okay, so these are the other two brothers.
Okay.
So these are the other two leaders of the tribe.
Okay, yeah.
So you met Winston is the gorilla tribe.
Right.
And Daniel, who's up for the Oscar nomination for Get Out. He was the other tribe with the blankets.
Right.
Okay, so Winston, the gorilla tribe dude, his mom was literally outside the door of the interviews.
Okay.
She was just so proud. And she was just like, yep, that's right. I'm a single mom.
Oh, nice.
And my son Winston's in there. Do you have any questions I can answer anything?
I love moms that are like that. That's my mom.
She was out there talking about how she didn't want him to be an actor.
Oh, wow.
So that's where I started asking.
Okay.
So your mom is out there sharing lots of secrets about you.
Oh, my God.
She wasn't happy, though, when you told her you weren't going to do law school and to become an actor.
Yeah, she wasn't happy about that. But look at me now.
Oh, look at it. Worked out for you.
Yeah. And as a kid, I kind of just wanted to be everything. I wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a dentist. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be an astronaut, a fire truck. Whatever. I wanted to be everything.
Did you always want to be an actor? Did you want to be a fire truck, too?
No, I wanted to be a footballer. soccer player. And then I wanted to do that, and then I was overweight, so no. So the football was like, we don't want you.
Yeah, we don't want you. Try something else.
How about rolling away?
Man,
that was a fun room. The two of them.
For sure. I love, for whatever reason, the pairing of a African American man and a British accent just works.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And it blows me away that.
Yeah, it's hot.
That when he starts talking, you're like, whoa.
We're also told all this.
Yeah,
I love that.
They can do the American accent so good.
I know, it's insane, and it's getting to the point where I can't tell who's from where.
Agreed.
Because on a TV show or whatever, you're like, oh man, that guy's awesome. He's British.
So many of the guys
He's
on
Australian.
Walking Dead, right, on Walking Dead are British, and even Rick Grimes, like the main dude, you're like, how? I mean, he's even got an Atlanta accent. How does he do it?
How come nobody ever talks about all those guys taking our American jobs? Those should be American actors. You wanted an American accent anyway, you asses.
It's so funny you say that. I have a list right here, the 10 sexiest accents in the world.
Oh, that's funny. It's got to be Australian.
You want to do it when we come back, or you want to do it now?
No, we got the girls next. We can do it now.
All right, so the 10 sexiest accents in the world.
Australian.
Number 1.
Italian.
Okay. Oh, Italian.
French.
Sexy. Wait, am I going? Let me go 10 down. Okay. Number 10. 2% of people like Japanese accents.
Okay, I could see that. I mean, yeah. Okay.
Brazilian. Number 9. 3% of people.
We like the crotch. I don't know about the accent.
Yeah, it's Portuguese actually.
We like the bodies.
Right, exactly.
Number 8. Americans, number 8 on the list.
Wow.
Only 4% of people in the survey thought that Americans had a sexy accent.
I bet, like, if you're in England, when you see an American guy come to your school, you're a little taken, like, oh, wow, that's a cool accent, as we would be taken with a British guy. I saw a documentary on spring break that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it's about, like, just the mayhem, and this, I think it was a British film team, just did this documentary on American spring break. And there was this one guy on there, and he was so good looking, and he had an Australian accent, that he would just go into the street and just smile with his perfect white teeth and hit that accent, and girls were like, let's go do it.
Right.
And so he was like bringing girls back into the room, and they were like documenting this whole thing on a regular documentary, and his friends are outside as he's getting laid again, and they're like, hey, he's all, when you have a wanker like that, you get even more. And so it's like, really? You're good looking, you're having the accent, and you're endowed, jerk.
Oh, I thought he was a dick. Like,
No,
he was
like the wanker.
Yeah.
No, like have the
he
wanker
has
like
the
that.
Wanker. Okay. Number 7. Wow, Australian is number 7. I thought people loved Australian, probably because they can get annoying with the whole mate.
Right. G'day, mate.
Yeah.
All their they have slang.
Yeah, they do. They totally do. Number 6, Scottish.
Okay, that's a good one. I love you. Always have one, Maria.
Okay. It just sounds like you're drunk.
I love you.
Number 5 of the
Sexiest accents.
Yes. Okay. Number 5 was Spanish.
That's good. Everybody likes this one.
Spanish, not Mexican Spanish.
Well,
Right,
I don't know how
Spanish,
you're going to
Spanish.
tell the difference.
Right. I agree. You're gente. You can find. You
I
can
know,
hear
but
the
what
difference.
I'm saying, no, there's of same language, but see, there's going to be difference.
Yes. Right. Difference. That's what we were saying. Irish.
Oh, that's kind of similar to the Scottish. But it's very different.
Happier.
Yeah, well, no, I don't know. Sometimes you're mad. Sometimes you hate.
No,
You're
you
British.
sound like you're happy.
I don't know.
Balti Italian was number 3.
And a banana, squish banana.
No, not that. Not that is Italian
No,
accent.
it's like this. To me, that one's a little annoying. I remember the guy in the Titanic.
That's
I was
what
like,
I was just-
I was so glad that the thing that came and fell on him. I was like, that's the worst Italian accent ever.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, they're killing me.
Exactly who I was thinking of when you started doing your Italian accent was that
I can't
dude from
believe
Titanic.
James Cameron didn't red flag of that. He sounded like the chef of Boyardee.
Okay, and number 2, the sexiest accent out there in the world. Number 2, the French.
The French. This is right. You want to have this accent. If a good-looking guy comes up to you with this accent, a beautiful woman, you are very turned on. And
Totally.
they invented the tongue kiss. So this is all good.
The French fry.
Yes, the French fries, the French toast, the French dressing.
See, say beautiful again.
It's beautiful.
See, it just sounds pretty. French
Yes,
is very pretty.
everything sounds beautiful in
Yes.
French tongue.
And the number 1 accent that in the world that people find the sexiest is
Rainforest.
both of you. Shut up. No, English. 17% of the vote went
British.
to English.
Yeah, it really is.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
watch
speak
The
in Britain.
Kingsman.
Austin Powers.
Oh, yes, baby. You know, it's really good, especially with a good-looking guy. There's a new challenge show that I'm watching. It's the MTV Challenge, you know, for all the people. And they brought in a bunch of Brits from MTV England.
Okay.
So people that we don't even know. And, oh, my God, there's this British guy that's on there, and he's, like, hot. And he's, like, all buffed out, and he talks like this. And so everybody's, like, in the whole house is like, yeah.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathy. Okay, so
Yeah, tell us the story.
So yesterday was President's Day, so a lot of people had it off.
We did.
Okay, and a lot of people had it off from school.
Okay, yeah.
So and in
You know, you want the kids to know, hey, this is the day we honor Donald Trump. We're gonna have a big thing for him.
right.
Nah.
Just sleeping.
Yeah.
Go shovel the walk.
Right. So we're planning. We were filming. Okay. So we planned a while ago. The kids will have it off. So let's film something for the kids that will show what they can do for spring break coming up. So
cool.
so we went to like a tea party.
Oh, cool.
Because Denver Date Night. It's this company in town, and they have the best connections to all these cool different options in town
Events.
for you to go to dates.
Oh, cool.
So, but they just don't do dates. Like, so you can take your husband like axe throwing. They have
cool.
like connections to go to that airplane, like in 50 Shades of Grey, where there's no engines and you just float.
Oh, that's
You know
cool.
how they
Like
pull
glider.
you up?
Right.
Yeah, the glider thing.
Right.
Like, so she's got like the best connections, right?
Okay.
So we went to some tea party, so I needed the girls with me. So they came to the TV station.
So like a fancy ladies have sandwiches and tea.
But it's for kids.
Oh, okay.
Right. So we're kind of doing a special on what you can do with your kids over spring break.
Okay, so you brought the girls.
You can
Perfect.
take them to this place for crafts. You can take them to this place for this, or you can
Okay.
go to this tea party, whatever. So my mom brings the girls to the TV station, and they come in as I'm already on TV.
Okay, have they been there while you're on?
Yes.
Because they've been on the show.
Yes. Avery's
Avery
cool
has.
with it. Gianna hasn't been there as much. Last time she was on, she cried the whole time.
Okay.
So I was a little nervous,
Okay.
but it's been at least a year. So I was whatever. So we're like live on TV while they come in. So Avery comes in and she's like old school. She immediately knows, go sit in the chairs
Right.
over where the audience is sitting.
And Gia makes a beeline to you.
No.
Mommy.
Gia comes in and all of a sudden it was like superstar just walked in the building. She just waved at me and kept walking to all the other people. I was like, who is this child?
Even kids make a beeline to Dutra.
Yeah, right.
They're like,
Right.
you hold me.
My daddy.
Yeah. Real daddy.
So anyways, they were cool, and then they got on the show, and they were really good.
Oh, good.
Although Gianna, they got on, and Avery sat on Chris's lap, and she cuddled with him, and they cuddled, and they were so cute. And Gianna just kept sticking her tongue out the whole time at the camera. So she was like, That's her new thing. She likes to stick her tongue out.
Great. Miley Cyrus.
I wonder where she got it. Probably for me, because I always stick my tongue out. So anyways, everything's cool. The show's done. Yay, everybody survived. Nothing went crazy. Time for us to leave. Well, everybody's talking to me. I got the girls. I got my bag. Everything's talking. We go to get on the elevators, and I don't realize I'm not on the elevator, but my 2 daughters are, and now the doors have shut.
Oh, no. They're like, girl, bye.
And I immediately, guess which one out of the 2 freaked out?
Avery.
Avery.
So, Mommy, what's happening?
Yeah, you can like hear it going down.
See, the thing was, thank God there's only 3 floors.
Right. Okay. So they're
I'm
coming
like,
back.
Right.
If they don't get out.
In the lower garage. So technically, I guess 5 floors. But
right.
Nobody hit a button. Thank God.
Oh, so they were still there.
So they more or less were right there. So I'm just trying to yell to her, chill out. As soon as the doors open, I'm right here. I'm on the other side. You haven't moved. And she's, she's just going crazy, which is making everyone else that I was just saying goodbye to freak out.
They're like, oh, should we call 911?
Oh, my God. So Mary,
cut the cable.
Mary, the producer, and her 2 girls were like, we'll get in the other elevator and we'll go down to the parking garage.
To make sure they don't go out there. Stranger danger!
She jumps in that elevator and heads down. Meanwhile, I'm like,
they're still at your floor.
I hear them right on the other side. For some reason, the doors wouldn't open. So finally, after Mary's elevator moves,
because that became the primary elevator,
so it opens, and Gianna's just like,
"What's up?"
Right. And Avery was like tears and crying, and
I thought the elevator door was going to open and Greg would be holding both of them. Yeah, I've saved them.
I've saved them.
New dad.
Right, but it had me laughing because just happens last night on Modern Family. Cam and Mitch, they go to some resort. They have Lily with them.
Right.
And they're talking about what great parents they are, how awesome of a day they've had. And they walk off the elevator and left Lily on the elevator. Yeah. So, and Cam turned around and started prying open the doors and was like, Lily, I've got you. Don't worry. So I was just thinking, I wonder how Larry would have reacted had the girls gotten shut in the other side of the elevator.
Life imitating art.
Yes.
So you're saying I'm Cam?
No.
Now because you saw some gay guy do that, and now I'm Cam. I saw Cam do it, and I wondered how would Larry do it.
I did, because I do think that you and Mitchell, right? Cam and Mitch.
Yeah, Cam and Mitch.
That Cam and Mitch do they say a lot of stuff that you and Chris do.
Wow, way to stereotype us.
Oh, Lord, are you kidding me?
Hey, it's okay, Melissa McCarthy on, what's the other
Mike
show?
and Molly.
Mike and Molly.
Right, totally. Right.
I would never pigeonhole you like that.
Call or text us now
I'm so excited.
on the YOLO Rum phone line.
Alexa, will you be my friend?
Of course we can be friends.
303-728-3420.
You seem very nice.
Hey, if you want tickets to the premiere of Game Night, make sure you say hi to producer Bolty, who'll be out repping for Blazin' It Radio at the movie premiere tonight. That movie looks so funny.
Chris Parente said he hasn't laughed out loud in a long time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's cool. Do you guys do game nights?
Yeah, we used to do
family?
Monopoly Monday for a while, just at my apartment building.
Oh,
but,
no?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
We kind of got burnt out.
Yeah, that's what caused that one guy to get so mad that he took a ladder and tried to crawl into your place to get the Monopoly pieces.
I'm kind of pissed at Monopoly now.
You're right, exactly. You should sue Monopoly, Mike. Some people, it can either tear a family apart or bring them together.
Right.
Depends on the game.
Totally. People on the text line this morning, let's see, the celebrity weather announcements, Larry, were everything.
I did these school closures earlier, and I figured I would read them as Morgan Freeman and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Tiny from T.I. and Tiny.
Well, you might have to do it again. They go on to say, imagine those people who have a delay or closure hearing the good news from Morgan Freeman and Tiny. It was a double blessing. Morning. Thanks for having me laugh on a cold, rough morning.
It's very cold out there. As cold as when I drove Mrs. Daisy.
Larry, I'm so sad you came to Portland and didn't tell me. I live in Portland. I moved to Portland 10 years ago. You guys are my favorite people. My name's Dana.
I'm sorry.
We actually had a listener in Portland.
I know. We could have hung out, and we really had a good time there. I love your city.
You could have left your weed with Dana.
I know. And they had this famous waterfall that you have to drive to, and it was all blocked off because there had been fire. So they're last fire season. So it's you couldn't really get to it, so we could see it from a distance. But it's just really famous waterfall. It's beautiful.
Like they do movies and stuff there?
I'd imagine for sure. It definitely looks famous.
You and Chris on the text line says, you and Chris, your husband, definitely brought the snow with you, Larry.
I know. When we landed, it was starting to snow. In fact, when the plane was coming down into Denver, we had to pass a thick layer of storm.
Oh, crazy.
So the plane was all, goes... Turbulence. And Chris is so used to it, he doesn't even care. And I'm like clutching his arm.
Right,
like,
Christopher's shaving.
Right, and I'm freaking out.
The turbulence.
Right.
Let's see. Happy birthday, Bolty.
Oh,
Had fun over the weekend with you. Oh, what were you doing?
That's my 12-year-old stepsister now. Wait, no. What? My brother married into her.
That's your niece.
Yeah, my niece.
Okay.
Step niece.
Your 12-year-old niece.
I don't know. Niece-in-law. She's the best, though. Thanks, Lex.
Oh, that's cute. Somebody else said, happy birthday, Bolty. Enjoy your day.
Yeah, what are you going to do today, Bolty? Should we take you out to get something like a pancake or something?
I mean, I'll hang out with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We got to take Bolty to somewhere for your birthday, but it's got to be on my way home.
And by Stapleton.
Right.
By noon.
Yeah.
This one says, another one, Christy says, happy birthday, Mike. This one says, let's keep in mind celebrities paid for theaters full of people to see Black Panther, so the numbers are skewed.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that doesn't really matter.
Really?
That's what you're bringing up?
That's what you're bringing up? And it wasn't that many. You had the Boys and Girls Club in Harlem.
No, but there was tons of more celebrities that were coming out.
Right, Octavia Spencer.
Right.
Totally bought out some theaters.
Right, I kept seeing different stories of different celebs doing it, like Diddy did it, and a couple other people. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, those people are they're just doing something awesome because this movie's so awesome for Black people.
Right.
But I mean, it was going to be a hit movie regardless because it's so badass.
Right. But again,
every other movie had that option too. So
right,
anyway.
Right. Although you don't see a lot of white celebrities going, I'm going to go get some tickets for some white kids. That would look weird.
Yeah. Although I think it was good. Like, everyone needs to see it.
Oh, no, for sure.
Happy birthday, Bolty. Oh, they spell it with a Y. That's so cute.
It's B-O-L-T-E.
Yes. Love having you as part of the dream team every morning now. You're great.
He is great.
Happy birthday, Mike Bolty. I'm proud of you. Morning. Larry, take care of my baby boy.
Who's that?
It's my dad.
Oh, okay.
And
take care of my boy.
That's kind of weird that your dad said, P.S. spank him.
Because he knows that Mike and I are close.
Capital LOL.
Capital LOL.
I'll definitely spank him, but not on the radio.
Oh, hey, look. There's your dad and your brother sending a picture in.
That's me.
Oh, wait.
We look the same.
That does look like your brother.
It looks like Alex. I'm sorry. Well, that was you and your dad? Where were you?
Yeah, we were
weekend?
hunting. That's an old picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you get anything on that hunt?
No. It's like 11 years, no elk.
It's so funny, too, because every time he comes back and he's all, I didn't kill anything. I'm all, yes.
I know, right? And nothing killed you. Yes.
No, right.
For sure.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay, yeah, sorry. I was looking at your picture of you and your dad. That's so cute. So, if you want to have a long life, you want to, like, be around forever, they started...
Forever? That's a long time.
You know, make it to around 100.
Well, I mean, I would imagine that's great if you've planned for it.
Yeah.
But if you hit, like, 85 and you ran out of money...
And you've been smoking cigarettes your whole life.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Yeah.
Well, a study came out yesterday that said that they asked, like, the people that made it to 100...
Whoa.
And most of them said, yeah,
ouch.
I've smoked. Yeah, they said ouch.
They said ouch.
For sure.
Everything hurts.
Yeah, I've smoked. Yeah, I ate bad. But what I did do was I stayed positive about life and I had really good people around me, really good friends. So once again, your social circle and
your happiness levels
and your mood is what can keep you alive, even if you're doing stuff that you know is bad for your body.
Oh, great. I'm going to be alive forever. I have a great support system.
Yeah, you
I have
do.
amazing
You
people.
do.
Always
You do.
laughing.
Right. I better start eating bacon again.
And now a massive new study just came out to top the one from yesterday that says the key to living a long life is some good old alcohol.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
they show those people who are like, this Chinese woman is 115
Yeah.
and has sake every day.
Yeah.
Right. It's those people that keep their routine. So,
Yeah.
like, if you're like, I've had a steak and an egg every morning for 100 years.
Right.
And then all of a sudden she's all, I'm giving up steak and eggs. And then she dies.
Exactly right.
Right.
It's kind of like Betty White.
Right.
She's old, like 96 or something, but she says a hot dog and vodka. That's what she has every day.
Right. She sticks the hot dog in the vodka. And then
Right.
just eats
However,
it. It's
however.
weird.
So a massive new study by a neurologist named Claudia at the University of California, alcohol is the key to living a long life. She studied more than 1,700 people over 90 years old for the past 15 years.
Hashtag YOLO.
Those who drank around 2 glasses
Rum.
of beer or wine a day were 18% less likely to die early. People who exercise between 15 and 45 minutes a day were only 11% less likely to die. So take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but
I got you by 7% more just by drinking my alcohol and not working out.
I know, but the people that run are like, yeah, but we got laid 100 times more than you.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yes.
You definitely, your pieces and parts are a lot more attractive than mine. The alcohol, saggy skin.
But I'm happy.
We drink because we don't exercise.
Right.
Yeah. We're envious.
Claudia, the researcher, also found it's better to be a little bit chubby.
Yeah, because if you're like super fit, like you run the risk of having something that you didn't know you had. Right. So it's like everything looked amazing, but then you went on one roller coaster ride and there went your aneurysm.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like all that running for nothing. Yeah. You should have had enchiladas.
Also, you always hear that when you're older, you can break a hip. You break your hip and you're out.
Oh, no.
You
like,
fall, you break a bone, you're done.
You become a bird.
So
when you become a senior care facility person, your bones are so brittle that one fall will do you in.
Totally.
And I honestly feel that like once you fall, like the protocol is, well, they fell and we can't fix all that.
Yeah.
Stop feeding them.
Make them comfy.
Right. And
I
then start
hate
giving them
that.
those morphine drops.
You fall into a box.
Right,
And they're
for
like,
sure.
this is how we handle this. This
Right.
is just how,
Right. But
how
what
the
can they
end
do?
is.
It's like, that's like putting together like some sort of like, bird. Like that bird that got ran over by a car. You're like, let's piece the bird back together.
Artifact.
Right.
Right. I
Right.
get that. But there's still got to be another way. Like, don't administer the morphine drip until the people are ready. Like, people get pushed
No, but they
into...
need the morphine drip because all their bones are broken, so they're in a bunch of pain.
Okay.
So they need the morphine drip right away. What they should do is also give each family a little morphine drip.
Right,
They're like, here,
no
open your
lie.
mouth, drop. And now we're all going to see grandma off.
But people that have a little bit more body fat on them, they might not break the hip when they fall.
Exactly.
It's just going to be a bad bruise.
Right now, then
Because you had a
just-
marshmallow
Right.
protecting you. And the best thing of all, people that had daily hobbies. People who worked on a hobby at least 2 hours every day were 21% less likely to die. So more than alcohol.
Right. And that could be anything. Like, my mom still does her jewelry all the time. And that's like her thing. And I believe that to me, that's what like was going to keep her going for a really long time.
No, I totally agree.
Right. So thanks, Mom. I'm going to have to pay for all that. No, you're going to live to 112. Yeah.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
I love that morning show.
Now with more us.
They wake me up.
Better music, less commercials, more Larry and Kathie.
In the morning, in the shower.
I saw a meme, and it was about Black Panther, and it was showing the Black Panther and his sister doing their handshake.
Yes.
And they kind of have the special pull it in,
Right.
and then they
And
do
then
this.
they end with the Wakanda.
And so the meme says, pay attention, y'all, we have a new handshake. And I was pretty sure that wasn't for me. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's black people going, we have a new handshake.
Yeah.
Last thing they want to see is me and Bolty and Kathie trying to do it all off sync.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I interviewed the people of Wakanda.
Yeah, and you're in.
When we met, we did the Wakanda cross.
Oh, you did it?
And when I said goodbye to the ladies, we did the Wakanda cross.
Wow,
So
she got a pass.
I think that we all should do maybe not the handshake part, but you end with the cross,
Right.
like Wakanda.
No, for sure.
Because that could also be Wonder Woman.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I saw at the NBA All-Star game, one of the dunk contest members, because Boswick, is that
Chadwick Boseman.
So he was
there.
on the sidelines, and he went over to him and he put a mask on the guy who was doing the dunk competition, the Black Panther mask.
Oh, cool.
And then they did the handshake, and he went and did a dunk in tribute to Black Panther. It was kind of cool.
That's cool.
That's dope.
That's really cool.
And then did you guys see Fergie blow it on the national anthem?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in Trash and Bash, but Josh Duhamel brought her flowers.
Yeah, I know. As you'd want to.
I mean, we heard about it right after it went viral. You know, like we were sitting up in bed because we didn't watch it live when it happened. And Mr. Fisher was like, "Oh God, Fergie botched the anthem," and I was like, "Yeah, let's look at it."
Like, really, she was kind of. I see where she was going with it, kind of like a jazzy kind of interpretation is what she was aiming for.
She was hearing
mix it up a little bit.
She was hearing something totally different.
It was bad. Like the fact that somebody didn't tag her in the rehearsal and go
and say,
do a regular version.
It's not coming across like you hope it is.
Right.
Yeah.
So you interviewed Black Panther.
Chadwick Boseman, yeah. T'Challa, Black Panther. I did.
And what did he have
to say? So sexy. So in the beginning, I just asked him, this didn't make this clip, but I asked him, when did you finally know you were Black Panther? He said, when you go up on stage at Comic-Con with Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans.
And it was all...
and it says Black Panther. That's when you got to accept I'm Black Panther. But then I asked him about, I heard he had a big family.
Oh, okay.
So I asked him, are you the Black Panther of your family? Like everybody comes to you
like,
for
I
the
have
help.
an idea for a business and I wanted to start
I need your money, etc.
Right, you're the successful one.
I've also heard you have a huge family.
I do.
Huge. So do you get calls from your mom all the time saying, cousin so-and-so needs your help? This is, are you now the Black Panther of your tribe, personally?
Well, they don't call my mom because my mom probably would be like, leave him alone.
Oh, okay.
But,
she's your gatekeeper.
But yeah, definitely I have to help some people out. It's just part of being an actor in Hollywood, I think. When people see you doing well,
they're coming.
And I don't.
But it seems like that's who you are, though. That you truly.
I'll help you. I'll help you if it's the right thing to do. Sometimes you can hurt people by helping them too much too.
That's right.
You know what's crazy is when he was one of the Captain America movies when he made his debut.
Yeah.
In those scenes, and he was a badass in that. That's why everybody was so stoked, because to me he was like just different than everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he just is. I couldn't explain his suit at the time or how that all worked.
All the technology with it works.
But you were like, man, that kick ass with the scratching. Like he literally clawed the shield, Captain America's shield, and left a mark on it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Which is because
his claws are made of the same stuff.
Right. His shield is made of the vibranium that the claws are made of, which totally is cool.
So exciting.
Yeah. No, it's totally cool. So, and I can't wait for the new Avengers.
Oh, no, for sure. That
all of them are in.
Right. You got to stay for both Easter eggs when you see the movie.
At the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what did you think of the second one? The one at the very end of the movie?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah?
Freaking out.
You were excited to see that person?
Yeah, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it's funny, though. He's... Okay, I'm not going to say
it's so hard to talk about.
I won't say anything else.
But it's definitely the second Easter egg.
Right, exactly. I won't say anything else.
And then you also talked to the girls.
I did talk to the girls, and we talked about the fact that they were bald.
Right. And still so hot.
Right. But yet Denai, the leader of the guards, she actually is also Michonne in Walking Dead and has a bunch of dreads. So I asked her, is that what you do when you get the dreads off? You just whip them right off and throw them at somebody?
Drag queen style.
Right. Drag queen style. Okay. Hang on. Oh, Bolty's getting it.
That's right.
Right.
Oh, man, that was such a cool, they're like the coolest security team I've ever seen protecting anybody.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you ripped your wig off, I was dying. Like, when you're done with the dreads of Michonne, is that how you ripped that off? Are you like, I'm done with this?
I do love my dreads, though. I do. What I love is that they're both really diverse expressions of, the way that women of African descent can wear their hair. But I love that, how often do you see dreadlocks?
You don't.
On a screen.
Right.
So, and how often do you see a bald head? Mm-hmm. So I kind of love them both. I want them both to stay, who they are. I think that's great.
You're right. And, hair is such a crutch for women on their standard of beauty, and so for you to be rocking
I loved how subversive that was. When I read it, I was like, I love this, because I was like, that is so cool, because it's really saying this does not define me. My femininity is extremely intact,
right,
and it's very, very expressed, but not through this.
Well, easy to say when you have a nice little small round perfect head.
She
like
does.
both of you guys.
And
Yeah, like that wouldn't work on some women.
Right, not all of us can pull it off for sure. But she totally had a fade going in it, and her hair that was grown back. And Lupita Nyong'o, she's just stunning.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it again. I'm definitely going to see it again. But that was really cool that you got to meet everybody.
It was totally cool. So
in one fell swoop, you were given the pass.
I totally was. I'm back, bitches.
And now,
I know you guys are gonna photograph me. I know it makes a cool photo. I got a cool ass car. You know, I got a dope ass outfit on. It's all good.
Celebrity Trash and Bash.
With Larry, Kathy, and Wiggins.
Sponsored by the Mike Sowell Law Firm. Call 303-GOOD-LAW. Here's Kathie J.
I say we just start with Fergie.
Oh yeah,
Get
poor
this out of
thing.
the way.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
Fergie.
funny to see all the players' faces.
Right, when she was doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, like they would cut to them, and you could tell that they were like,
Oh
"Is
my
this-
God.
what's happening?" Because she started in, and you're like,
It was
okay, it was a bad note, like in the beginning.
Well, yeah, and it was like a version you've never heard. Like somebody's never sexed up the Star Spangled Banner. You
And
know
it
what I mean?
didn't come across as sexy as I think she was hearing it in her head.
Like I think it was more of like a
Right?
jazzy, like whoa, yeah,
Mr. President.
Right, it was happy birthday.
But you said it wasn't sexy. That's sexy.
It didn't. Right. She tried to do
Right,
that.
right,
like
right.
nothing. It just didn't. You don't do that you don't undress Uncle Sam.
Hit it.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so
Wow.
proudly waved
That is horrible.
It's
Steph
jazzy.
Curry's like, what? Is this real? Is she trying to do this on purpose?
I think at this point everybody's hoping it'll get better. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody's like, let's hope it pans out.
Let her hit the notes. Right. Oh, God. Now they're looking around at each other like... LeBron James is like...
Don't put that camera
stay
on me.
Focused, stay focused. Chance the Rapper is dying. Anthony Anderson is like, come on now, hit the note, Fergie. Oh. She thinks she's doing a great job.
It's been done way worse. This isn't the worst version.
No, but the way that...
Oh, no.
Look at the players.
They're all, has somebody told her she ain't black?
Like they're looking down, and then they're looking up over at her, and then they're looking in anywhere.
The Black Eyed Peas aren't here to save you now.
Okay, Kenny, she hit the note. Here we go. Jimmy Kimmel is dying. LeBron James is trying not to crack up.
Quit yelling at us.
Okay,
So halfway through is when Josh Duhamel ordered those flowers.
Totally.
Hello, 1-800-Flowers?
Yep. The ex, Josh Duhamel, they announced their divorce 5 months ago, but Josh Duhamel felt really bad for his baby mama.
He's all not bad enough to get back with her.
right. Just, I felt bad.
He's all, I've been living with that singing this whole time.
Right?
So imagine how I feel having to hear that every day.
She always thinks she's sexier than she is. He was spotted outside Fergie's place Monday with their 4-year-old son, Axel. He was dressed down. They were just walking in some beautiful roses to give to Mama to help her feel better.
Right. I think like Mariah Carey called her and was like, don't sweat it. You know, like I've been raked over the coals for songs
really
like that.
That's really not the call you want. It's
Right. Well, I mean, at least another diva's like got your back. Like,
Did she really do that though?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool of her.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't hear that, so that was cool of her to do that.
She looked good though.
Yeah.
She looks real good.
She's got that going for her for sure. Ed Sheeran is sparking rumors that he married fiancee Cherry Seaborn.
Okay, wait, who's that?
Ed Sheeran.
Who's the girl he married?
He was flashing a ring on his wedding finger. I assume she's a model.
Oh, okay, of course.
Of course. Well, that's what he likes.
I know, and it's nice that he can get that now.
No, right.
Because of his talent and his sexy lyrics and his money.
Model never would have dated him before. You crazy?
I know, and it's kind of crazy because there's a show called Lookalikes. It's like a kind of like The Office. It's a British show, and they have an Ed Sheeran lookalike on there, and he looks just like him. Like
he does look great.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like to the point where he could go
to his bank and get some money.
Absolutely. I don't have my my wallet.
Not to have my ATM card.
Yep. He's been like flirting about the idea of being engaged to Cherry since the new year. Okay. But now he's got a plain gold ring and he was wearing it on his wedding finger. He said in the past that he finds himself getting really excited about kitchen appliances.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And the thing is, I'm sorry, it's like, when you're famous and you're successful, you get somebody hot. That's what you get.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
right.
like Sam Smith has a boyfriend who's a model.
Yes.
You know what
right.
I mean?
Like,
and he's not all that, but he's talented.
I think Sam Smith, once he dropped the weight, he was all that.
Right, for sure. Well, no, I mean, he's only going to be as all that as he can, but he's not all that.
He's the next George Michael.
Oh, I don't. Well,
Isn't that what they say?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a great singer, but he's not all that.
Okay. Yes. So we'll see if Ed confirms that they are actually dating, engaged. Someone that we know is actually engaged. Well, congratulations, Toni Braxton. You did it. She got Birdman.
For real?
For real.
Wow. So, in other words, she's been single this whole time, or she's been married before?
No, she was married before, and then remember she got sick, and then there was the whole
bankruptcy.
You're taking the money out of my kid's mouth.
Right.
Right. And she's wearing $500 jeans.
Now, Birdman, he's Little Wayne Birdman.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
so you would think he'd be going for somebody way younger.
But Toni Braxton is hot.
No, she's flawless. Trust me, she's super talented. But I mean, she's also over 20.
Right. She's 50. He's 49. So she's a year older than him.
So I'm sure his family's like, thank God you picked somebody that was close to your age, because all those guys are dating 21-year-olds.
They are totally. Right. And the 21-year-olds only want your money, but Toni Braxton also only wants your money
because she's broke.
She's broke. We all know about Toni Braxton.
Right. The only reason she's skinny because she's broke.
Yep. And the only reason she does Braxton Family Values is because she's broke. So rumors have been around these two for a couple years now about their love for each other. So it's really cool that that they're just like together. Toni Braxton says he's a gentleman. He's such a gentleman. He opens doors. I promise you, he does everything. Birdman is very traditional when it comes to values and family.
She's like, he makes me make breakfast. I have to clean the house, do the laundry.
They each have 2 kids from previous relationships, but they are officially engaged. A giant yellow diamond engagement ring.
Which was paid for by the money he owes Little Wayne.
Yeah.
Right. Ooh, actually, Larry, it could have been paid for by the Braxton Family Values since this is going into the season 6 trailer.
Oh, brought to you by Keepsake.
There you go. Hey, work it. The Kardashians do.
Right.
Right? Okay. Let's go talk about Black Panther.
Yeah, that was a great movie. Everybody has to see it. I'm going to see it again.
$235 million over the 4-day weekend. And now sources are saying that Michael B. Jordan and Lupita Nyong'o are dating.
Which is so cool because I guess, they're both worthy of each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're both hot.
Right. He's hot. She's hot.
Totally.
They rub their hotness together.
Yes. And on their press tour that they've been going through, nobody really started noticing how giddy and flirty the two were with each other until recently, when they had some sort of bet in which Jordan lost the bet. So part of the punishment is he has to do push-ups whenever Lupita Nyong'o says so. So while they're waiting backstage before The View, while they were waiting to go on Sirius Satellite, she just comes in and says, start doing your push-ups.
That's hilarious.
So the two of them engaging in all this playful banter on social media.
Everybody's all,
Everybody's totally starting to watch it. And then they get into the interviews and she's all touchy on him and he's all shy around her.
Yeah, they're hot together.
No, they are definitely, that's a really hot couple.
Man, she looks like at every premiere she's been to, she wears like this different dress and she just looks crazy amazing.
She looks crazy amazing.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. And finally, speaking of superheroes, Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds says kids who are fighting cancer can see any movie they want, even an R-rated.
Yay.
I agree.
He's all, now you just have to tell their parents that.
Right, exactly. He said there was some pictures that he posted yesterday visiting some kids that have cancer. And the kids came to the set of Deadpool 2.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So he called it one of the best parts of playing the big red jackass is that kids and parents come and he just likes to see the smile.
Well, and it's crazy because there are some parents that are like, you know, because that movie, Deadpool, was definitely, you know, violent and naughty, but it was kind of like a great movie.
No,
so
for sure.
I could see some people letting their certain kids watch that, and also like some parents probably let their kids watch Sausage Party, which is great.
Okay,
yeah, that one's bad.
That was bad. And we tried to tell everybody, we were like, do not turn your back on Sausage Party and think your kids are okay watching it.
Right, because it looks like a kid movie, but it's not.
It's not, totally not. So, somebody, though, had to throw a downer on the comments, and she said, guys, Deadpool is an R-rated movie, and those kids are watching it. Something is wrong here. So Ryan Reynolds responded with a great response. He said, yep, Deadpool is rated R. If my kid went through a fraction of the crap that these kids are dealing with daily, I think they can watch whatever the hell they want. Just my 2 cents.
Wow, that's awesome.
Booyah, for real.
Right.
Like, who are you to say, do you know what these kids go through?
Right.
Yeah.
If their parents say cool, do it.
Right, for sure.
Right. And that's your Trash and Bash.
Blazin' Hit Radio.
Better music,
Less commercials.
more Larry and Kathy.
You're damn right about that. Because we're part of Fat America.
Yeah, Fat America. A lot more people are wishing you a happy birthday on the text line, Bolty.
Thank you guys.
And someone said Betty White is dead. No, she's not.
She's not. I hate when people go all crazy with who's dead. It's like if you see something on Facebook, go to TMZ or CNN because they'll definitely have a picture of the real dead person.
Right.
So if it's not on TMZ or on CNN or whatever,
hasn't happened.
It's not happening. Betty White lives! Unbeknownst to us, they just posted on Facebook. I mean, on TMZ, Betty White has died.
I hope not. I really like Betty
I'll
White.
double check.
Okay, please do. Okay, so.
Nope, Black China still has a sex tape. That's the #1 story.
Okay, that's what's hilarious is, oh my God, you're kidding. A sex tape leaked? Come on, Black China. Like, you didn't leak it yourself because your name hasn't really been
all
out
over
and about since you left the Kardashians.
Whoever he is, he's hot.
No, he's a good looking dude.
Whoever she has the sex tapes with.
Yeah, he's a good looking guy. Okay, so Chipotle is now testing quinoa.
Okay, what are they testing it? They're like, do people like it? They're going to put it in like with the meat.
Well, I hope it's not as bad as that queso.
I never tried their queso.
It was
What was wrong with it?
It was just too healthy. Like, I don't go to queso to get it healthy. I go to queso because I expect cheese.
Velveeta and Rotel.
Yeah, that is the best queso. I think, Qdoba nails their queso.
Oh, no, hell yeah.
So yesterday, Chipotle started offering quinoa at the test kitchen in New York City.
As a side dish, or I don't get it. Is it
People can add it to your salads. You can use it instead of your rice.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Mm-hmm. No,
basically little pasta balls.
Yeah, totally.
Little tiny pasta balls.
No, they're so itty bitty. Like you have to have like some sort of crazy strainer to clean them at first.
Right, and then like quinoa actually makes your body burn fat, and so it's actually good for you.
Yeah, no, quinoa is good for you.
Right.
I like it when it's got a bunch of sauce mixing it all
Right,
around.
for sure. Onions and tomatoes and all that stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I was just talking about the sauce.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about onions and tomatoes.
Well, I'm just saying, like quinoa salads, they're really good, and they even make quinoa chips now and all kinds of stuff.
Lucky Charms has now announced the new marshmallow.
What is it? They got rid of a couple.
They did. They got rid of some classics. I don't
Okay.
remember which ones,
Yeah,
but they got
exactly.
rid of them. And now they're bringing in, dun, 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 all you young ladies will be so happy, the magical unicorn.
Oh, that's cool.
Unicorn, and it poops out rainbows.
So what? Guys can't like unicorns? Why do
No,
you
but
think
usually the girls like unicorns.
I know plenty of gay guys that are all about the unicorn.
Really? Like who?
Oh, Chris Parenti, me, Christopher.
You like unicorns.
Our friend Lance.
Like every time
Kevin,
every time you
Donald,
see a unicorn, you
Tyler,
have to have it on your shirt.
Aldo, Jeffrey, Zachary.
Now he's just making it up.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so General Mills announced it's the new magical unicorn. It's going to have a white unicorn head with blue and purple swirls on the mane and the horn.
Wow, that's getting pretty specific. That's pretty cool.
Boxes of Lucky Charms with the unicorn marshmallows are already ready to ship out. They should be everywhere by next month.
Although they're going to have to rethink their slogan. Lucky Charms, they now make you horny. That doesn't sound right.
Go back to the drawing board.
Right.
You don't want to say that with kids. That's not happening. And they did a list of all of the sodas out there. And what's your favorite soda of all time? 1,800 people were asked by the website Ranker.
Okay.
1,800 people voting on the best sodas of all time.
Okay, I'm going to say, obviously, your Coke and your Pepsi are going to be your rivals.
So
your top
I'm talking
two.
everything from Sunkist Orange, Barks
Okay.
Root Beers, A&W Root Beer, Sprite, Dr. Pepper,
Fine.
Cherry Coke, everything that's out there. Give me your top two.
I'm going to go with Mr. Pibb and Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Do you guys remember Surge?
I do remember Surge. That
It's
was
like
the
kind of a Mountain Dew.
Right.
I really liked that back then.
Because it was cheap.
Maybe because it was rare, like it was hard to find.
It was kind of like the common man's Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Right. It took definitely took off the gunk off the battery off the battery, your car battery. Well,
what is yours?
mine would be Coke.
Okay.
Or Sprite.
How about Squirt?
Yeah, there was Squirt.
Right.
Okay, so Coca-Cola is number one. It was picked as the best soda of all time. Pepsi didn't even crack the top 10.
For real?
For real.
Wow, that's crazy because, I always thought those were like the main two.
Yeah,
And
you'd go Coke and then Pepsi, or Pepsi and then Coke, and
Right.
then you'd start in on all the other sodas.
And I enjoy them equally the same. I like Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah, right. Well, no. I still think Coke's better. Do you ever use Coke?
Some different foods pair with
Yes,
different
like
ones,
absolutely.
like pizza
Right.
and Pepsi in my eyes,
So
McDonald's and Coke.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I would totally go with you on that, Bolte. Top 10. Number 1 is Coke. 2 is Dr. Pepper, Larry. 3 is Sprite. 4 is A&W Root Beer. Wow. You know what, though? There's nothing better than A&W with your pizza.
For sure. It's a commitment. You're
Yeah.
committing to a root beer.
You're
and you're like,
committing-
I guess
you're-
I'm going the root beer route.
It's like you're going to be
Do it.
burping.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Mountain Dew, number 5.
Mountain Dew's classic, and what I love about Mountain Dew is you can just chug it.
Yeah, totally. Mountain Dew is so refreshing. 7. When I did construction, I'd always start the day out with a Mountain Dew.
Just a pack of Marlboro Reds.
7 Up was number 6. Orange Crush. Still
Okay.
in there in the top 10. They were number 8.
That's a good
Cherry
soda.
Coke, Sunkist Orange, and Barks Root Beer round out the top 10.
I'll do them all.
I was going to say, I'm okay with all of them.
Yeah, those are good.
Pepsi came in 12th, which is just crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It totally is. That's kind of crazy.
It's a little sweeter than Coke, too. Like
Yeah, there is a sweeter thing to Pepsi.
Coke has more of a carbony, kind of like it's not as sweet. To me, Pepsi definitely has a couple
A
extra.
little sweeter. I could
spoonfuls of
see
sugar.
that for
Yeah.
sure. Right, but yeah, you're right, Bolte. They all go with something different better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we should go have pizza.
It's called soda food pairing.
Right,
We're
it is,
experts.
right.